Here is our next chapter, parallel and intersecting line. Chapter 5, parallel and intersecting line. Across the line. If you take a piece of square paper and fold it in different ways, you can see number of folds will be formed. If we draw lines using this pencil, means using a pencil and scale, if we draw lines on a folded paper, means so many lines are formed. At some point they will meet and at some point they won't meet. So here we will see the relationship between lines on a plane surface in this chapter. Here in this chapter we will see the relationship between lines on a plane surface. If you take a plane surface, means blackboard also a plane surface, this whiteboard and a table, all are plane surfaces only. If we draw lines on these plane surfaces, means some lines are formed. So we are here knowing the relationship between lines on a plane surfaces. So if we draw lines, means on a plane surfaces, we are finding the relationship between these plane surfaces lines. So when a pair of lines meet each other at a point on a plane surface, then the lines intersect at each other. If we draw a pair of lines, see here line L and line M. If we draw like this, one line this side and one line intersect, their meeting point is there no between, that point is known as intersection point. Line L and line M intersect at each other where four angles are formed, A, B, C, D. So when two lines intersect, means four angles are formed. See here A, B, C, D are four angles and L, M are lines. So when they two intersect at each other, means four angles are formed. So here A, B, C, D are four angles. Here angle A and angle C are equal. Angle B and angle D are also equal. Because angle A and angle B, angle A plus angle B together 180 degrees, because they are in a straight line. Similarly, angle C plus angle D also 180 degrees. The two angles are also same straight line. So angle A is 120 degrees, means angle B 60 degrees. Likewise, angle C 120 degrees means angle D 60 degrees. So totally angle A plus angle B how much? 180 degrees. Either may be angle A 120 degrees, angle B 60 degrees, or either else angle C and angle D, because the two angles are in one straight line and these two angles are in one straight line. So 90 degrees plus 90 degrees, totally 180 degrees. So they are in straight line. So here angle A and angle B are adjacent lines because they are side by side. So they are known as adjacent lines and linear pairs. So angle A plus angle B how much? 180 degrees. A, B are adjacent lines. Here B, D are vertically opposite angles. B, D are vertically opposite angles. Here next topic, perpendicular lines. If two lines intersect and all four angles are equal, here four angles, we see now A, B, C, D like that. If four angles of two lines, four angles formed, no, that four angles are equal, then each angle must be right angle, means 90 degrees. Here two lines intersect perpendicularly and all here four angles are straight angles, means 90 degrees. So that lines are perpendicular lines. Here see the definition. Perpendicular lines are a pair of lines which intersect each other at right angles. So they intersect at right angles only. Perpendicular lines means they intersect at right angles, means straight lines only. So each angle here 90 degrees. If angles are formed, means straight angle. 90 degrees in protractor, straight angle. No, that's why like that. Here angles with be at right angles only, and a pair of lines intersect perpendicular, which intersect each other. Here two lines means they are perpendicular. Next, between lines. Between lines means parallel lines. Parallel lines means two lines are parallel, means one by one, they are side by side only, but they don't meet at each other. So parallel lines are a pair of lines that lie on same plane, do not meet at any point, they are in the same plane. Two lines are in same plane, but they don't meet at each any point, they do not meet. Where in intersecting they meet each other, in perpendicular they meet, but in parallel lines they won't meet at any point. Next, parallel and perpendicular lines in paper folding. Here some activities are there for parallel and perpendicular lines. So, figure it out. Draw some lines perpendicular to the lines given on the dot paper. See here some lines are given. We have to draw perpendicular lines for them. See here one perpendicular line we draw and we keep a square, means it is a perpendicular to line to that one. Here this line is a perpendicular line. So here we draw one perpendicular line and here one perpendicular line and one perpendicular line. In figure 2, figure point 11, mark the parallel lines using the notation giving above: single arrow, double arrow. Mark the angle between perpendicular lines with a square symbol. First here see one perpendicular line. Here this line is perpendicular to each other. Next, and here this one is parallel to each other. This line is parallel to this, and this one here one right angle here, means this one is perpendicular to each other, and then this one is parallel to each other, and this one is parallel to each other. Here see this one is one parallel to here one. Next, and this line is parallel to this line if we extend, and this line is parallel to this line. So we will make here one arrow, two arrow, three arrow, means if it is parallel to again and again and again, it means we will keep one arrow and next two arrows and next three arrows. See here two right angles, means two perpendiculars here, one side and one side. Next, and this one is parallel to this one, and this one is parallel to this one. So here parallel lines are formed. Next, how did you spot the perpendicular lines and how did you spot the parallel lines? We will write the reason for this one. For how will we assume perpendicular lines, means lines that intersect at 90 degrees angle or perpendicular, means they intersect at 90 degrees only. Next, how will we find out parallel lines? Lines that do not meet, how far they are extended at any cost. If we draw parallel at any extent, means that lines won't meet each other. So we assume that we confirm that parallel lines are lines that do not meet, how far they are extended. At any cost you extend, means they won't meet at each other. Fourth question. Using your sense of how parallel lines look, try to draw lines parallel to the line segments on the dot paper. So here some dotted lines are given. We have to draw parallel lines. For line segment A, this is a parallel line. For B, this one. Next for this C. For E, little bit difficult because of parallel line is not in a correct points meeting. So we also based on that first point and we made a distance and we will draw this parallel line. For F also and G also and H also, these points are not in a same line meeting here given, not meeting the given points, but we are drawing by making some distance from this line and we are drawing, but these lines are not meeting at any position because parallel lines will never meet at any extent. So we, based on this line, we draw this line also by drawing meeting one point to and another point without meeting at another extent. Did you find any difficult to draw? Yes, it is difficult to draw some of line segments. Which line segments? E, F, G, H. How do you notice? Means parallel lines are drawn by keeping them equidistant from the given lines. So we will draw by keeping some distance without making to meet them, means the lines won't meet at any point, that are parallel lines. Next, fifth question. In figure 5.13, which line is parallel to line A? Line B or line C? How do you decide this? Obviously, for A line, C line only parallel because B is in another line. So, one line only parallel at a time. So, if we extend means A line only parallel to C line. How do you decide? Means line A is parallel to C because both lines remain equidistant from each other and they do not intersect how far we extend. So these two lines will not meet at any point. How far we draw means they won't meet at each other. So they are remain equidistant.